Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Tega. I hope you're well and you're all doing good. In this video today, I'll be showing you how to make a very simple summer petal top. So let's just get started. The first thing you need to do is to place your pattern paper on the table and make sure the starting point of your paper is straight. If it's not, you rule a line like I'm doing here. Use your ruler and rule a straight line, and that forms the starting point. I would use that as the shoulder line for this video. So you want to come down by 2 or 3 inches. This is the point where my strap is going to start from. The strap of my top will start from the 2 inches. That's where I want it to be. You can decide to come down by 3, depending on your choice, guys. Want to rule a straight line, and that straight line forms your shoulder line, your new shoulder line you'll be working with. Next, you want to add your neck width. I'm going to be going for 5.5 inches. You can go for any inches of your choice. Next, I'm going to be adding my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. So my shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2. That gives me 8. So I've got the 8 inches there. Next, you want to add your armhole measurement. So the armhole I'll be working with is 18 inches. 18 divided by 2. That will give me 9 inches. So I'm going to rule the line from the start line, the very top line. So rule my 9 inches. Once that is done, you move on to the next stage. Next, you want to add your vertical measurement, shoulder to bust line measurement. So I'm working with 10 inches from the shoulder. The shoulder to bust measurement that I've taken was taken from the start line. So I want you to take note of that. Now you want to add your bust circumference. Your bust circumference divided by 4. Whatever it gives you, make the marking and add ½ inch sewing allowance. Right. Next, you want to connect the bust line to the armhole like that. And you want to add your waistline measurement as well. You want to start the measurement again from the start line right to your waistline. And once that is done, you want to rule a straight line across. Next, you want to come down from the waistline by 3 inches. Just slightly below your waist, so 3 inches down. For this top, we don't need a hip line measurement. Just below the waist, and that's fine. Now you want to add your horizontal waistline measurement. So your waistline circumference divided by 4, you add it there and add ½ inch sewing allowance. Then you want to come down by exactly the same measurement, but I'm going to alter that a bit. I'm going to alter that measurement in a bit. So here I'm just connecting the lines together. The bust line to the waistline and the waistline below the waistline. I'm going to be adding ½ inch to the below the waistline point there. So I'm just going to be adding ½ inch. So connecting from the waistline there will make it a bit slant. Next, you want to add in your nipple to nipple measurement. Nipple to nipple I'm working with is 9 inches divided by 2 is 4.5. So I've made that marking there, and that gives you your dot point. On this occasion, we'll only be adding a side dart to this top, but we need this first. Then next, you want to come down by 1 inch from the armhole there. You want to come down by 1 inch. Then you want to connect that 1 inch to the nipple to nipple marking you've got there. So you want to grab your ruler and roll that line. Once you've ruled the line, you want to come down by 1.5 inches. You come down from that nipple to nipple marking by 1.5 inches and you make your marking. That gives you a room allowance for your bust. And now you want to take 1 inch for your dart, and you're going to be taking that from that side half an inch and half an inch to give you the 1 inch. So half an inch there and half an inch there. So you want to connect it to the 1.5 inch line you've taken. Because we're taking 1 inch of the top length, we're going to be adding it back at the bottom there. So we want to add the 1 inch that will be used up for the dart. We want to add the 1 inch on the side, right on the side there. And once you've done that, you want to rule a line across. So when we lose the dart there, automatically adds back itself. For the type of top we're making, you don't need that bit to be curved. Just roll that line across like that and move on to the next stage. Next, I want to add my neck depth. The neck depth I'll be working with is 6 inches. If I start from the top line, I'll be taking 6 inches. And from the line where the ruler is there, I've marked 4 inches. But in total, I would have 6 inches from the top line. Bear it in mind, this top is going to have straps. So that 2 inches up there is for the straps. So in total, my neck depth is 6 inches. You want to find out your bust radius and add. That's the next stage here. So I'll be adding from that line there, I would add 4.5 inches above and 4.5 inches below to give a total of 9 inches. So you need to find out what your radius is. So I've got 4.5 there and 4.5 marked there as well. The reason for this is just to help us when drafting our petals. That's just it. For the bust line mid-hole of the top, I'll be coming in by half an inch. I don't want the hole to be too big. So half an inch, then half an inch on both sides. Over there, half an inch on the top and half an inch at the bottom. So you've got 3 half an inch in, half an inch at the top, half an inch underneath. So you want to draw a semicircle like that. The next stage here, you want to use a pencil instead of a marker in case you make any mistake. And I'll be drafting here freehandedly, but I'll be working, all my drafting will be from the semicircle there. So I'll be drafting in such a way that I try and form like petal like shapes. It's not perfect, but just if you're very good with drawing petals, that would be awesome. But I'm just trying my best here to get the shape out. So that doesn't look like a petal, does it? I bet you if you know how to draw better than this, your top will be awesome. So if you want to follow the way I'm drawing, just follow the same pattern. If you want to alter yours a bit, you're free to do that. So here, as you can see, I've done the bust line petal So I'm gonna go from the top as well and draft out the neckline. Now this looks a bit complicated, doesn't it? But trust me, if you follow this pattern, you will end up with a fabulous top like I did. So keep following the drafting. There is no accurate measurement for these guys. I was just freestyling. But make sure every drafting you make, every petal drafting you make, you start from that semicircle point, right? So I'm making my final drafting here of the petal. Like I said, make use of a pencil so you can make corrections as much as you can. So you want to draft another petal there. As you can see, I'm freestyling. I'm not going by any measurement here. I'm just trying to draw out the shape of a petal. Remember to add 1/4 of an inch sewing allowance by the petal there where the semicircle is. We've already added it to the side, so we don't need to add any more to the side. It's only where we've got the semicircle. So you just want to watch how I cut out my top and follow the same pattern for yours. Next, I went ahead and cut a pattern for my 6 straps that I'll be adding to my top. I laid my fabric and applied my pattern. And what it is with this top, you only have a front side to hit. So I cut out 4 of this. So you watch out what I'm doing. 2 for the left and 2 for the right of the top. So here I have the 4 pieces. This is what you need to do as well. So I've got 2 pieces there representing the lining. So I didn't go for another color of lining. I just used the same fabric. And here I'm cutting out my straps. And I cut out 6 in total. I went ahead and started stitching everything together, making all the necessary markings. And make sure when you stitch, you leave out a space for turning. So that's my space I left for turning them over. Once you finish turning, give it a good press. Especially where you've got the circle, so you can easily work with it. And you can also stitch down the edges if you want. It's optional. The next stage is to bring both panels together by stitching where we've got the circle, because that's the only connection the 2 panels have got is by the circle. Make sure your stitching is securely done up there and down there. Once that is done, this is the result you're gonna get. So I've attached both of them together. Next, you want to add your dart, your side dart over there, and add your 6 straps. And once that is done, you would have a fabulous top like this. So this is so simple, guys, very easy to make. This is how to make a trendy summer petal top, as easy as this. Now we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope this will help you to make your own petal top. Remember to subscribe, press that notification bell, like and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, look after yourself and bye for now.